Okay, so we are here at the Howard Assembly Rooms in Leeds for the launch of LS11 Media Services, and I am joined by Matt McClellan, who is the Vice President at Asda.
I am.
First of all, Matt, do you want to tell us a little bit about your role at Asda and what you've been up to?
I can. So I've been at Asda for about 4 years. I've had quite a broad remit in that, always within the sort of customer or strategy departments. Right now, I look after a number of different things. First of all, rewards. So it was my team that launched what is awesome Asda Rewards about 18 months ago. Secondly, we look after the data that comes out of that, so creating a connected customer view to use across the Asda business. Thirdly, we look after the media business, the partnership that we've got with you guys, which we'll talk about in a bit. And then finally, we look after financial services, so money, mobile, credit, gift cards, those kind of things. Anything where we can give our customers a little bit more and earn their lifetime loyalty.
Brilliant. So a pretty broad remit.
Pretty broad.
Must keep you busy.
But super exciting.
So obviously we're here today to talk about LS11 Media Services,
Yeah.
which is an exciting new launch that we've just spent today telling all the brands about.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about what it is and where the idea came from?
I can. So we've had a media business for like 10 or 11 years, I think. It was formerly known as Asda Media Partnerships, and we've always been quite proud of that. We've grown it, we've done some great innovation, but we always felt it could be a little bit more, and we felt it could be a little bit more if we could power it with data. And of course the rewards platform that we've built, which has now got about 8 or 9 million people on rewards, about 6 million use it every quarter. That gives us that data, which enables us to plan better, measure it better, and create a more relevant and personalised experience for our members and for our customers. And so the kind of the genesis of LS11 Media Services was, how can we relaunch the business with data and customer first thinking at the heart? And so we did that today, as you said, to our all of our partners, which has been hugely exciting. And the purpose of LS11 Media Services is to create seamless connections between customers and the brands they love, be that in our stores, at home, on our website, or even offsite.
That's so exciting. And you mentioned that this has kind of been a journey you've been on. I know your background is also from dunnhumby, so you've been in this world a long time. You know kind of how these things work and what works and what doesn't work. What is going to make LS11 a bit different? What's going to stand it out from other retail media networks that's out there that you've worked on before, for example?
I think it's a great question. I think there's a couple of things that will make us different, and I actually think, of course, better than some of our competitors. So the first is actually the people. And we do have a great team, and I think we've hired the best in terms of our partner, which is you guys.
Thank you. I'll pay you later.
That's no worries. But also it's the fact that our people sit together, working side by side in Asda House, alongside the categories, partnering with the brands. And that's really important because if you don't understand the category objectives and how customers are interacting and behaving in the categories, how can you build really compelling and relevant media campaigns for the brands in those categories? The answer is you can't. So the first thing is we are seamlessly connected with the core business. We sit together, we work side by side with them, and I think that is an actual advantage. Secondly is the data asset. So we are late to the party in loyalty. Clubcard has been around since 1995. Nectar's been around for probably 20 years or so. Advantage Card, etc. They're all brilliant programs. But coming late to the party allowed us to think a little bit differently and think a little bit broader. And we are taking our data asset and we're trying to create a whole life view of our members. So starting in grocery, but we've also got a huge clothing business, so we're linking that. We also have a large petrol station business, so we want to ingest and link that. We also have Leon and actually a number of different restaurant partnerships as well, sort of quick service restaurant partnerships. We want to link all of that. Amazing. That is an asset that our competitors don't have, that gives us, I think, an ability to better understand customers and better create relevant propositions and even more relevant and more targeted campaigns. And then thirdly, I think our culture is one of obsession about the customer, which means brilliant targeting, brilliant measurement, but also we're quite a humble culture, so we're really up for trialing stuff that's different.
Amazing.
And that comes from one of the values of Asda is dare to try, and that's something that Mossin has brought in with like just he lives that day to day, and it's kind of infected the whole business. And that means that if you're a brand and you want to do something different with us, we are really up for hearing about that.
Brilliant.
We are not just about having templated kind of corporate stuff that you have to fit your media campaigns into. We want to truly do something together. And we think Asda, one of the strengths of Asda is the fact that we have all the brands. Like, the home of brands is really a pillar of kind of why Asda is successful. So we want to partner with brands to do something differentiated and interesting and exciting that maybe our competitors wouldn't do.
That is so refreshing to hear, and I think that definitely stands you out from others in the market. And when we're talking about brands, obviously today we were talking to them all as clients, which is a new thing, I know, for retailers. But how do brands engage with LS11? How can we help them?
Yes, it definitely is. So, traditionally, retailer would think of those brands as our suppliers, not in LS11 Media Services. They are our clients, as you rightly say. And therefore, we're going to be putting a really great client team alongside to service those brands, understand their objectives, and help build and deliver and execute just awesome media campaigns. And as I said before, those client teams will also be working in categories. So they'll get to know what matters to the categories, who's shopping in the categories, what's going on in the categories, because they can bring all that knowledge, because that knowledge is valuable, also into their media planning. So understanding kind of what the categories want and understanding what our clients want is just going to be a core kind of belief of LS11 Media Services.
Brilliant. And so we talked about a lot today, from digitalisation of stores to the measurement to how we're going to use data. Personally, what are you most excited about?
All of it is brilliant. So I think this year there's a few things. One is rewards. So, as I said, we're really proud of it. We've grown it to 8 or 9 million people in total user base, about 6 million every quarter. More than half our sales go through rewards now. But we think we're only just getting started. We haven't really personalised the rewards experience yet. We haven't really built kind of out clubs and stuff. We're just starting to do that. We think that could be really differentiating, really engaging for our members and our customers, and something we'd love to partner with brands on. And that's one thing. The second thing is, as we've grown our network of stores, and it was mentioned today, like we've grown to over 1,000 stores in the last year. We are also growing our screens estate, and I think we can do something really exciting in the spirit of digitising the store. And we are absolutely going on a journey to digitise more store assets. We want to put more screens in all of our stores, but also we want to think a bit different and think about other digital channels that we can integrate into our stores. So things like what we're doing at the front of the store, I think that's pretty neat. Stuff that we've looked at down the season aisle, I don't think anyone else is really doing that particularly well. We want to be the best at doing that. And if brands have got great ideas, if our clients want to bring them to us, we will 100% listen.
Brilliant. So exciting. Okay, final question. Bit of a blue sky one for you.
Yeah.
I know it's the end of the day. So what would be your dream campaign to see come live through LS11?
I don't have a specific campaign, but what I think we could do, and what I know, like David, the Chief Customer Officer, and Adam, who's our Chief Marketing Officer, what they want to do is properly partner with brands and bring them into the broader Asda campaigns. So I think when other retailers say that, sometimes that means you whack a brand logo on at the end of the advert. You do your normal advert and you put sponsored by X at the end. That is not what we're about. So when we're thinking Christmas, and Adam and David touched on it earlier, and I think John mentioned it in the afternoon, and we're saying we want brands to get involved. We really want brands to get involved, and that is in a way that maybe they wouldn't be thinking about traditionally. So not just as a bolt-on at the end or as a logo flashing up, but actually integrated into the campaign we're doing. And if we can do that would be awesome. Because our customers would win from the simplicity. We would win as a retailer, because it'd just be great, magnifying effect, and the brands will win because we're all part of one big campaign. So if we can crack that, and I think we can, because Adam and David are awesome, then that for me would be the most exciting thing.
Amazing. All right.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And let's see what happens next.